Hello guys, so welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be discussing how you can add tabs into your application, like for different sections. So let's get started. I have a very simple uh, Fyne application. You can just run it so that we see how it looks like. So this is our basic setup, and we're going to have different tabs up here, and each tab with its own content. So to create tabs, you're just going to do this. Can just call it tabs. Let me say container dot new app tabs, and then you're going to add your tab items. So you're going to have container dot new tab item. You can of course add with an icon. So you can say with an icon, and then we can say test, and then we need the icon. You can say maybe theme dot mail compose icon, and then here we can say widget dot new label, then we can say test, then we can add a comma there, then we can come down here, we can change this to tabs, then let's see how it looks like. So this is our first tab. We can add a second one. You can just copy this, then we can maybe say test2. Yeah, so that is how you add tabs. So let's add some content to this. So assuming this is our email address, how we have inbox, and maybe we have the sent or the outbox. So in my case, I'm just going to say inbox, then I can call this inbox, and then maybe this one I can call it sent. It's the sent items or the sent emails. Then I can call this sent. So let us start adding our inbox, the layout of our inbox. Say inbox, and then we can come and call it a list. You can just display a list of emails. So first we're going to define our data. So I'm just going to say var data going to be given by an array of strings, and then I can say maybe email1, then I can just copy this, email2, email3, maybe email4, and email4, okay, email4, email4, and then now we can start defining our inbox. So we can say inbox is going to be an array of a list. So going to be widget dot new list dot new list. As we know, when you're defining a list, the first thing you're supposed to define is the length of the list. This length of the list here, just the number of items that are in that list, and then we have to create item. This creates a template, and then we have the update item, which is going to update the label that we have created here. So the first thing we're going to, of course, it's a function of an integer that's going to return the length of data, and then after that we're going to define our create item, which is going to create a template. So you can just say func create object item, and then you're going to return a widget dot new label, and then you can just call it template, So when you update our data, it's going to replace this template. And then finally we have the update function, and we're going to return how we're going to set our data. So we're going to have co dot, then we're going to get our widget.label, and then you're going to set the text to data. Now, when we are dealing with the labels in Fyne, we normally have to define the label first, and then we update it to set the text. So that's what this is for. This is for creating a label, this is for updating the label. And then now we're going to return our list. What am I missing here? Okay, data are undefined. Of course, this is going to be LII, this one here. Now I can come and put it here in my inbox. And then let's see how this looks like. Yeah, so those are our emails. These are our inbox emails, email on email. Let's now define our sent. So for our sent, we're just going to define a form. Element which is going to help people send emails. Of course, this is for demonstration purposes. So we're going to have a widget form. We're going to have a form item. In this case, we're going to have items. Widget.form item. Widget.form item, and then we're going to define our items here. So we're going to define the text. I can say email. Then the widget is going to be email. So we need to define our widgets. So I'm going to define an email here. Email is going to be widget. There's new entry, and then we're going to say email. Let's set placeholder to email. So I need the email and the subject. And just copy that, and then I'm going to say here the subject. And then I can say maybe new multi entry, and then I can just say here message. Then we can come here and copy this new multi entry, new multi-line. It's multi-line. You can come and copy that, and then here we can have message. And then I can also set the message here, subject. And then I want that when this is submitted, I'm just going to log it. It's going to log it. I can say maybe log .println form submitted. And now we can set our form here. Add our form here. Then we run it. Yes, that's a form. So we have inbox, we have the sent. You can try entering an email. You can try entering a message. We submit it, as you can see, form submitted. Yes, so this is how you can create tabs in your various applications on the icon. This should be maybe document create icon. Yeah, we can this document create icon. Yes. Document create icon. Yes. So that's how you can add different tabs into your application. And thanks guys for watching, and see you in the next video.